It's a beautiful day, quite windy, wind's in the wrong direction, so we are waiting for a couple of hours until hopefully it will come round and it's in a better direction for us. And first problem of the day, the heads is blocked, which is strange because we haven't used it.
No, it's totally blocked though.
Oh, so the problem in the toilet was it's all calcified up and it all broken up into pieces and then jammed in the U-bend. Nice to be back out, hey?
So much better than fixing toilets.
Yeah. Even though we're having to motor test out at the moment, but we're just going to get the right angle on the wind.
Oh, he's going to get absolutely soaked. Don't make me do a man overboard. Yeah, and there's quite a lot of friction in the lines because they're all 16mm lines. Yeah, make sure you're not stood on the furling line yet.
Yeah.
Cool. That is absolutely every scrap of fabric we've got out. So, do you know our main? Mizzen staysail, mizzen, and hidden behind there, the spinnaker.
Getting working.
Yeah.
Crew's doing their job.
Yeah, getting ready for the Canaries crossing.
What are you doing?
I've had to whip this off. It's the coolant feed pipe to the raw water pump, and the gasket. This is a really awkward access, and the gasket. I got the bolt through one leg of it, but then it dropped down, so it wasn't lined up, and that's been dripping and adding to the water problems in the bilge at the minute, so I need to fix it to know how much water's coming in.
So it's a water leak to fix and then a diesel leak.
Water leak, diesel leak in there, and then I've got loads of other jobs like the lockers on.
Oh yeah, pop catches.
Lockers.
And then later on today we're going to go and do the mass provisioning, aren't we?
Yeah. Probably going to spend the whole afternoon in the shop. Great.
Hooray! So we're going to do our provisioning.
Yep.
And we are trying to estimate the cost, and I think somewhere in the region of €500.
I'm guessing nearer 600. I hope not. I think it'll be.
It's going to be about 3 trolleys worth anyway, so.
Yeah, there's potentially enough dry goods to see us across the Atlantic, isn't it?
Yep, so a month's worth, and then we'll get enough fresh food for our 5-day Canaries crossing now, and then again in the Canaries to the Cape Verde, and then from the Cape Verde onwards we'll get fresh stuff. So it's mainly just tins and packets and things like that.
Yeah, stuff that'll keep.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I reckon 586.
Getting the goods. We're all going to go in.
Ow! We're bankrupt.
So what are we doing, Jai? What's today?
Today we're provisioning Bora Bora. We've got bags and bags of tins and all kinds of treats.
It's running out of space pretty quick.
Yeah, pretty fast. Too much stuff, for sure. Bankrupt you guys.
And we're planning to leave tomorrow about lunchtime, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Off, heading to the Canaries. We've got to send you up the mast.
Yeah.
To move stuff and clean stuff and get ready, and then we're out.
Yep.
you go, Nikki.
Hard to think we'll be sailing tomorrow.
I know.
Got Ben up the rig. How's it? Breezy up there?
A little bit, it's alright. So tomorrow we're planning to leave for the Canaries. This is the wind forecast for the trip on Predict Wind. So it actually looks like really nice sailing for most of it. We'll have plenty of wind, all downwind. It's almost a run line course, so we haven't got to do any dog legs. And nothing over 30 knots. It'll be gusting over 30, I would think, at that point. Just as we make landfall.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. The big thing is the wave data. So up until now, so if we just scroll back a bit, it's very calm, it's fine. It's 2 to 3 meters maximum waves. But the reason why we want to go tomorrow is if we leave it any longer, or we slow down and we end up running into Thursday, so after this predicted arrival, I think that's done with a much faster speed than we can achieve, but get this great big swell coming in. It's not as bad as it was. It was saying it was going to be 6 meters.
When is that?
That's Thursday early morning. That's Thursday afternoon. But it isn't too bad. It's still only sort of 4 to 5 meters. It's not dangerously big, and it'll be a big long ocean swell because it's in 3,000 meters of water. So
Those sort of waves downwind are
it's nothing. It should be fine.
It's only when you're beating into it, which is horrendous.
We're going to go at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Skip.
If everybody's happy.
Woohoo! Yeah, I'm happy.
Let's do it.
Cool. Good stuff. Right, it's Saturday the 4th of November. It's the day of our departure to the Canary Islands. We had a hard day yesterday lugging provisions back to the boat, and then Nikki did a really good job of stowing everything. We've got a bit of a safety briefing to go through with Jai, who's our new crew member, and we've got to repack our grab bags and a few last minute things to do today. But the weather's looking alright. It does look pretty good. It's going to be strong winds, which is good for us. Downwind for most of it, on the beam for some of it. Potentially a sort of slightly large swell towards the end of the trip, but nothing we haven't dealt with before, so I think it's going to be a sweet trip. It's going to be really good fun. But yeah, it's about 8 in the morning. I've just put a coffee on. We're going to do all these last minute jobs. Have another look at the weather at lunchtime, and then I'm going to probably throw off the lines about 2 o'clock if everything looks good. And there's Nikki back. When shopping goes wrong.
That's a 5 foot long receipt. That's quite scary. 5 foot and £500.
But good, it's our food for...
Technically a month minus a week's worth of a little bit fresh. So for 3 of us, it's not too bad really. Mostly soy mint, beans, lentils, rice.
Tins.
Loads of tins, yeah. So.
You all ready?
Yeah.
Cheers, Will. See you in the Canaries, mate.
See you in the Canaries.
Safe journey.
Canaries! It looks like it, yeah. Let's hope this goes well. Yeah, I think we're going to end up with some fairly big seas on the beam, strong winds, and then hopefully after that we get to turn downwind before the wind gets really strong. We get 4 metre swells behind us.
Yes, I'd rather that.
But this is nice sailing.
it's 6 o'clock. We're having to beat fairly close haul to get as far west as we can. Nick is on watch. Reading his book. We've got a nice bolognese on the stove.
Good morning, daybreak, 7 o'clock, and we are, about 16 hours into our trip to the Canary Islands, and I'm a bit tired. We've had a long night of sail changes and other alterations. Jai's been on, because he's not done much night sailing before, I had to do his watches with him, so the idea of having him on board was that we would get 6 hours sleep, but I'm going to have to do back to 3 hours, 3 hours on, 3 hours off. Anyway, it's a beautiful day.
This girl is truly amazing. She's had almost no sleep. It's rough. And now she's making me hot chocolate before I go on watch.
I'm having breakfast.
What are you having?
Having oats and banana and yogurt and a hot chocolate.
Are you
I was lying in bed thinking
Are you quite excited about that? That's what's pulled you through. And waking up to this beautiful sunrise. I think that might have helped somewhat.
We couldn't find any proper squid lures for squids that work really well for tuna and stuff, so we've got this jig and a jig head and tied a couple of little ones to it.
This is a makeshift tuna catcher.
We're hoping this is the lucky one. Stick it out for a couple of hours.
Aye, Skit, go fishing. Catch us din-dins.
It turned out a bit grey and horrible. We thought Canaries was going to be really nice, sunny and hot. It's quite dreary today. We're making good speed.
Yeah, we're going to arrive a day early.
Just about a whole day early, I think. Yeah, which is great. The swirl and the wind is picking up a little bit this afternoon. I think it's going to carry on picking up all night. I'm going to try and get another weather forecast in before I get to bed.
Beginning of day 3 on the water, Monday. managed to turn south, which is good. So we're a bit more on track now rather than having to head west. The waves have organised themselves a bit more. So it's a little bit more comfortable, and I've managed to see quite a bit, which is nice. So I'm feeling a bit more refreshed. I've started my shift 2 hours early, so Ben can get some sleep. It's just checking the weather. There's no point me being up and awake and ready for it, and sort of struggling through the last 2 hours of the shift. So yeah, the sun's out at the moment, but there's quite a lot of cloud around. We've had to run the generator again to charge our batteries because we've had 2 days of overcast weather. So even with the third solar panel, it's not like, you know, a cure-all. We're using the autopilots, they're so thirsty, so we're on the old one. That one uses a lot more power, actually, it's double than the new rain marine, so yeah, run the generator, good job she's working well, and yeah, getting ready for the third day at sea and looking forward to it.
No way, man. Don't worry about it. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Okay. It's about 10:30 and we're on night 3 of our crossing to the Canaries from Portugal, Portugal. Got the generator running because it's been overcast since we left, so it's solar panels haven't charged the batteries. It's alright, it's quite quiet. It's quite a nice noise and quite nice to sleep to. It's been awesome sailing, just really good. The swell's moderate. It's picking up a little bit now, about 3 metres now. We're rolling a little bit, but it's not unmanageable. And we've had 20 knots of wind from up the beam the whole way, so we're looking forward to making very good time. Hopefully, you know, we'll be in sometime early, Wednesday morning, so 2 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. Yeah, just had some hot food. Just about to do the ship's log, and I'm really enjoying my brightly moonlit night watch. It's awesome. I've just seen my first flying fish. And we had a bet on. We had a bet on to see who would see the first flying fish, and I've just seen one. I've lost 2 hats. 2 hats today. So I think I deserve it.
Fish on. Woke up, the trip line went and got a big fish on the hook, but don't know what it is. Just hope we don't lose it, and I hope we can kill it humanely enough, quickly. So our plan at the moment is to get it into the cockpit, chuck a load of vodka into its gills, so apparently that kind of just stuns them. Can't work out if that's humane or not, but and then put a knife in behind its gills and cut the artery. Oh wow! It's one of those bright blue ones. Oh, what is that? That, or I don't know what you get, like mahi mahi. I don't know what you get here. Oh, don't lose it. Beautiful. Oh wow. Oh god, I'm gonna feel bad killing this. Yeah, it's massive.
Yes, look at that thing. You beautiful fish.
Amazing.
That's
I just hope
stunning.
it's cooked here now.
Well done, Nikki. That's no mean feat in this swell.
Thank you, Neptune.
Thank you.
It's good, isn't it? God.
Yeah. And go. Hey!
Thank you, Nick.
Feed the others now.
That's another side.
Oh my god.
Made some ceviche. Didn't have any fresh herbs, so it's just lime, onion, and some chilies. And that is the freshest tasting ceviche I've ever had. It's delicious.
For this. Well, our trip to Canary didn't turn out that nice after all.
So the wind just picks up to like gale force. So there was like 3 reefs in the main, which Noah briefed in. Sort of started to think, oh, is it going to do this all night? And then suddenly it's dropped to pretty much 0. So it's got really rolly. We're hoping the wind is going to pick up again and sort of steady us. Ben's taken the reefs out. As you can see with the net, it's all over the shop. I managed to stick my head up through the hatch and the door slammed shut on my ears. So yeah, just cooking some dinner. We've all poured ourselves a glass of wine because why not? And we're hoping that the rolling's going to chill out, the wind's going to pick up a bit but not too much, and we should be getting in at some point tomorrow. So the wind's picked up even more. It's probably blowing about 40 now, 35, 40. So feeling a little bit nervous. Jai's in bed. Just made Ben a cup of tea. Ben's on the helm like a trooper. Just kind of hand steering for a bit because the batteries haven't been getting much charge at all. So we've been running the generator, and tonight we ran it and it conked out at some point. Just hoping it doesn't get any worse. I don't think I can see you on here, but how are you doing?
Alright.
A bit crazy, isn't it?
It's a wild night. Really wild.
Woo! Keep nearly getting bloody tipped over.
Yeah, it's going downwind and it's showing 35 on the clock.
Oh.
It's pretty wet, pretty wild, and I'm hoping it's going to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to get any worse. I mean, it's right, I can handle it if it's like this, but
yeah,
not knowing how bad it's going to get is the worry.
Yeah, the autopilot can just still handle it, but only just.
Yeah.
Can you have a look on the laptop at the last group file I downloaded?
Yeah.
Crikey. It's been a crazy night. I'm really glad that it's daybreak. It's still blowing bonkers out there. It's supposed to be chilling out now and it isn't. It's just carrying on. I've had about 20 seconds sleep about 20 seconds sleep, something like that. Nikki's amazing. She's out there now. She's got her earphones in, she's listening to music. I said I'd make her a cup of tea, so I'm going to make a cup of tea, but that's why I love this girl so much.
It's like a little dance then. I think we made the wrong turn and have ended up in the Southern Ocean.
What are you kicking, Ben? This is, well, it's an argument whether it's Dorado or mahi-mahi, but I think it's the same fish. But
oh my
this is
god.
a beautiful fish we caught on our way over.
Just some olive oil and some salt. Straight on there.
Sweet.
Ben?
Ben, bud.
Ben? Ben? I've never ever seen him this hard out. I think he's been totally done in by the sailing. That is one tired captain.